Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, where I just realized Lua and Bailey's surprise wedding, of all of the days that it lands on, it's a Monday. They decided, of all things, to have a surprise wedding on a Monday. And with very little advance time. Like, I think if I asked my boss if I could get a day off within less than a week because of a surprise wedding that wasn't announced until like a few days ago, I could maybe get that day off with my current job. With my previous job, which I had a higher up position as a department manager, I don't think I would be able to get that day off. I would have to negotiate with my assistant manager to hopefully cover that. So, hopefully, well, although I suppose I'm definitely one economic class below Lua. Maybe two. Maybe three. Lua definitely has way more money than I do. So the type of people that she's going to be inviting to the wedding, like Hyde, she wants to invite Hyde to the wedding, but Hyde doesn't really have a job, really. He's in between jobs, and he's already super rich, so he doesn't need to worry. Georgie, I think, works nights, so he can kind of skate in. And I want to say, what's his name? The wolf. I have a list. Gala. He works nights. Anyway, let's just go back onto the story. The Aqua is here. It's been a little while since we've seen her. But before we talk to her, let us check out Tomato Chill. I told my wife that she needs to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Very nice. I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. It's important to get your sleep. I could use that advice. Good night. Well, thanks, Lucas. Alright. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, barista. How are you? Good, as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course. What would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Don't I already have the recipe for chai tea? I have masala chai, which is tea, ginger, and cinnamon. I could try doing that. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. Well, let's save our game, just in case there's another version of chai that she's actually expecting me to make that is different from the one that I already have listed. That was tea, ginger, and cinnamon. A cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. So you were saying? Oh, right. It's just, I've been busy working on my game. I see. How is it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. That's a look of determination. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that. I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly like their games. But with all the shady requirements they had, I could tell they looked down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot. And that's the thing, like, I would have overlooked all that. That's the thing when it comes to developer autonomy. Like, there are so many stories. There's so many examples of video game developers who are bought out by big publishers who end up getting closed down after big publishers demand these developers to work on games that are not necessarily in their wheelhouse, and nobody wants those games, and they don't sell well, and so big publisher is like, oh, this game you made, it didn't make any money. Huh, I guess you guys are no good. And then just shuts them down or merges them into themselves. Westwood Studios, the makers of Command & Conquer, getting folded into EA. Visceral Games, the makers of the Dead Space series, getting folded into EA. Maxis, the makers of SimCity and The Sims, getting folded into EA. There are other non-Electronic Arts examples. The one that sticks out most to me, personally, is Access Games. Sorry, Access Software. Access Software developed two particularly noteworthy series. They did the Tex Murphy Adventure Games series, and not Lynx. I want to say they did a golf simulator game. I forget the name of it because I never play any of the golf simulator games. But it was popular enough that when Microsoft bought Access Software in the late 90s, largely for their golf simulator, and they did nothing with the Tex Murphy side of things, because at that point, adventure games just kind of died as a genre. Like when games like Grim Fandango barely hit the charts, or like make a splash on the scene at all, monetarily wise, then you know the genre isn't quite hitting as it used to. But that's just a more personal example of a game company that got folded into this bigger publisher's works, losing their identity in the process. And I only mentioned 4 companies, but there are undoubtedly countless more examples. That's understandable, though. Raven Software. Raven Software used to make video games. I remember when Raven Software would make different video games and they weren't just doing extra work for Call of Duty. Good times. Good times. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah, it's... Actually, I tried negotiating with them because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it really didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favor, since I'm just a small developer. And I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. So basically, they're saying our way or the highway. And I'm guessing that Aqua doesn't mind having to drive. Doesn't sound like good faith to me, right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. Very determined Aqua today. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle is coming here soon. Also, it could also be like the people that she's negotiating with. Like, if you think about a lot of like the lawsuits that come out of specific companies, like the lawsuits are being made by their law team versus say their designers. But it does reflect poorly on that company if a lawsuit is, let's say, without going into details, punching downward. Great. So you two made up already? Yeah, see. We apologized to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little too confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well, but she made it clear that she understood why I was anxious, and she apologized for assuming. That really helped. Now she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. Speak of the devil, and she should appear. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Okay. Nothing too terrible, I hope. Don't worry, only all the good stuff. Anyway, sorry, barista. I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? We're hunting down new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. I don't need new parts for my PC. I need a whole new PC because my computer is getting old. It was bought in 2016. That makes it what, 7 years old now? A bit. She's joking. It's pretty much in its death throes. If we're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure it'll be any help at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with the productivity. Like, if I just slapped on an NVIDIA 470, or are they on the 5000s already? Let's just assume 4000s is the highest. Like, the latest NVIDIA graphics card, like, will it really help that much compared to the fact that it's still got the same processor from when it was new? I think 2.7? I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now. Same. So it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. Go big or go home. Sorry, barista. Seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip and good luck. All right, that was fast. Let's see. I guess I'll go over today's checklist. Oh, it's Rachel's dad. And Gala. Well, hello, gentlemen. Barista. Damn it, I didn't realize I'd need a voice for Hendry. Hendry is old man voice. Barista. No, Sean Connery. Barista. Because that's easy for me to do. Hendry is Sean Connery. Nice seeing you here, Hendry. How goes it? Good. Nah, that doesn't seem right. Let's cross off Sean Connery. Good. Old man. Voice. I see you're doing good too. As usual. What do you want to drink, Hendry? It's on me. No, that won't do. Hell, let's talk about bills later. So what will it be? You first. Are you sure? Okie dokie. I'll have one STMJ, please. I feel like I'm doing more a grandma voice than a grandpa voice. Still, that'll be fine. STMJ, that was the name of the ingredients. Let's see. Favorite things. Full Metal Conflict, video games in general, grandma. What I'm doing with my life. Moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can, trying to find the place and person where I belong while doing something I love. Let's see, STMJ is there. Milk, ginger, honey. One of the ingredients is an egg, I think? One STMJ coming up. Oh, it smells nice. Spot on. Thanks, barista. You're very welcome. How about you, sir? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? Well, what would you recommend? Anything from your new tea line is fine. Oh, I see you have a new selection. Yes, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, you should try Tejahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Sounds familiar. It's ginger steeped with Roselle buds, another name for hibiscus. Anything else in it? Well, it's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then, a Tajahe Rosella. I think I've made that before. That was under the hibiscus line. Hibiscus, ginger, and honey. A piping cup of Tejahe Rosella for you. Oh. Who put you in charge of the guest list? I feel like these achievements, like the timing is weirdly off. Like, you get the achievement when you present the correct beverage, but the subject matter doesn't show up until way later. Thanks. What do you think, Andre? Does it look any good? Uh-oh. Looks about right. Smells good too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Glad I passed your impromptu test. So, what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Ha! Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer is coming too, by the way. Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury's over. Are you okay, though? I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Henry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know, my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yep. The soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after all that. Like today. I know this feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. Oh? It's like my body knows if a storm's gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for sore muscles. Yeah. Ah, it's Georgie. We got a whole bunch of different people showing up today. Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hey, hiya, Georgie. Barista, what did I miss? some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton then. How are you? How am I? If you're talking about my case, well, I don't even know where to begin. Hendry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No, what are we talking about? Barista, you should have primed him before I got here. My bad. I'm sorry I didn't provide the cliff notes on your ghost story. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it. Excuses, excuses. I'll help explain it to Hendry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. Oh, we get to skip over the repetition of the ghost story. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, it's kind of interesting how a lot of I probably mentioned it before, but how a lot of the story and the way that the story is structured requires characters to leave the coffee shop, do something, and then come back to report on the things that they've done. I want to say there was at least a movie or a TV series that skipped a year just so characters could have something else to talk about. But that's definitely not an unfamiliar tactic. I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter and things happened. Mind backing up a bit? Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. I told Barista about my lighter a while ago, how it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about before. Really? In what way? The lighter was my grandpa's, and there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, eh? Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my lighter was the key to making sense of all this, and gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night. Also, he talked to his daughter about it, and they sat and talked about this thing, which implies the idea that maybe they've kind of like they were on the outs with each other towards the beginning of this week. Like maybe that has helped bring them together, is discussing that case. I went back there last night to the spot, you know, to where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or if there was something else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone, so I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. Was that the end of the story? Then what happened? It blew up. What? What do you mean what? The lighter, it just blew up. Well, what do you mean blew up? Yes, I think we definitely need more context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see, but I heard it. Pathaw. That is your explosion? With a little whoosh, followed by a couple of clink clinks. Pathaw? What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small and metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Wouldn't want to confuse y'all with that. But pathaw is... what is that? You know, pathaw. And, okay, and then what happened? Let's move past that. Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over. With its lid open, the flame, it was burning white. Wow. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from the corner, walking toward the lighter. Did they see you? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." Then I fired a question back. "Are you the ones who have been messing with cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Well, sounds like case closed. So they weren't ghosts? Hell no, thank God for that. Then who were they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them at all. Do you know them? Kinda. In fact, they own the Gnome Noms near my place. Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car then? Nope, because I only order takeout, and I usually walk there. What was the reason for all the vandalism then? It all started because of a broken promise, and we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah, the tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically let the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good! In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community, and the vow was kept well after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago, and we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive, not just for their friend, but as remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals this city has gone through, makes sense that the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects. You okay? Oh yeah, sorry. There's something about it bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose track of their existence. It just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An odd erasure of existence. But apparently that's why they keep animals. Will there be anybody to remember me when I'm gone? Probably not. Probably not. The Gnome Nom's owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. I suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago, like our ancestors, for example? It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while we're catching up. It's how Nekomimis honor the dead, and I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though, to remember the deceased and all the reasons they matter to us. So, except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It would be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort. Since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's bad or good. Yeah. Speaking of the Gnome Nom's owners, though, what happened to them after all that? Oh, right. Did you arrest them? Nope. Are you gonna let them go? Not necessarily, but I got an idea of what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. Is he gonna try to make them do community service and plant a new tree? What is it, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. A shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine, not even a scratch. Really? But that thing blew up, didn't it? Pathaw and everything. Like, pathaw. Heck, we even debated the sound effects and everything. As I said, it still works fine, so I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You know, you want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame is a bit unnatural, I agree. And I remember how you kept forgetting your lighter here. Hey now. A man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? As for the blowing up, it was probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. Whatever you say, Dana Scully, this thing is real old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There is no such thing as coincidence, indeed. Still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Henry. Shush. In any case, mystery solved. For now, at least. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Henry. Take care. Henry, are you just showing up for today and that's it? Still, that's nice of him to drop by. Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. Then 1 espresso for me, please. That's coffee. Actually, I'm still gonna save my game because I'm paranoid. But that's coffee, coffee, coffee. Because Georgie doesn't do dairy. Here's your espresso, officer. Let's see. Gala's favorite things. Anything warm and mad with ginger. Music, metal maiden, books, full metal jarhead. What am I trying to do with my life? Trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. Thanks. Great as always. So what's next, officer? What's your plan after this? Other than talking to him, I guess I'll focus on the rumors. Word is going around that cars are being messed up there. That's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over, and I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. Time to leave, I guess. Duty calls? Something like that. I suppose I'll do the same. It's quite late, after all. Thanks for listening to us, barista. The old men ramble. The pleasure is all mine. Well, take care and see you later, yeah? Have a good night, barista. Safe trip, you two. Get a little bit of closure on the whole mystery. Bit of a shorter day, though, but that's all right. Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Vegan food on the rise. Gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Box office movie High Weapon hits astonishing $2 billion worldwide. what Generation Z really wants, an independent survey. But I didn't get to see Hyde. I wasn't able to hand out that information because he never came to this. Okay, well, let's just stop here for now. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.